Hi, Brownie, Shep. Here's a new video for you. Come on, let's go. No BS diaper reviews. Brownie, Shep, the doggo. He's brown and he's cute. He's the puppy king. He's fair but true. When it comes to padding, he's a good boy you can bet. So get ready, get set. It's your friend, Brownie, Shep.
Hey there, fellow littles and pups. I'm your host, Brownie Shepherd, and welcome to another No BS Diaper Review, where the only BS is me, Brownie Shepherd. I've got my favorite plush, and I've got my favorite sippy cup, so without further ado, let's talk about another padding product. So today, on episode 138 of No BS Diaper Reviews with me, Brownie Shepherd, we're going to be talking about Tykables, if you couldn't tell. It's about that time again, and this is a print that came out a little while back, and I wanted to get my paws on it, and, you know, I've had other projects, as you well know, as you've seen every week, so now I figured I got time, and I got around to it, and I had the money, so gotta get it. It's heavy. It's the Camelot version 2, and it's blue, so 2 blue. Yeah, you can see the sky. It's kind of that blue color. But yeah, it's the version 2. These came out in late April of 2024. So they were announced, and yeah, I kind of had to hold off a little bit. You know, finances happen. I need a house, and I need, I need food and stuff. But yeah, so this one you can tell, you know, it has like the little tree house and the two little Durgans in it, and then you got the 3 Durgans down here, and so that's kind of a cute print there. The word Camelot is in green, and you know, on this side you have like the little window, you know, kind of poking through like you do on a lot of them. You have the back information, and I will say, with Tykables, I love their checklist, but I also love the all-over sort of diaper print. It makes you feel like you're buying diapers for a real little, you know, for an actual child. And so it definitely has that ABDL little space aesthetic for sure to get you into the mindset for sure. But let's see what we got on this checklist. We got, let's see, we got extra diapers, we got doublers, we got plushies, we got snacks, we got phone/map. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And then we have half of the golden amulet. Oh, that's kind of cool. They're definitely getting into the gaming spirit with this one. So yeah, being Camelot, that's pretty cool. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get into this package and start showing you the prints like I always do. So, before I show off the first diaper and get into all that, I do want to say really quick, I did find the names, and the names of these characters that are on these diapers, there's 5 of them, and there is Ray, there's Leo, there's Eli, or, you know, it may be pronounced a little different, Ellie, not sure, and then there is Zoe, and then there is Mia or Maya. Again, not 100% sure on that, but I can tell you the names, but what I can't tell you is exactly what characters they are, because it's a little tricky. I can't find that exact information, but at least I can give you the names, so maybe you can find out. But again, just wanted to mention that. So this is the first print, and we have this cute little kind of red guy. He's here. Maybe he's a guy. Not sure. But they got their little wooden sword and their little you know, shield. And then in the background you have the pink in the far background, and you have their, you know, you have the shield and behind them. But what's interesting is that when you pull it out, let me see if I can do this. This might be a little tricky with pop flies, but you can see that it extends to the tape. It extends to the wings, so you can see kind of the sword that's in the background on each side, and it's kind of on the background with each side. I'm going to try and put it back, but yeah. So that's kind of what they do with each one of these prints. Each one of these prints is all white, even on the butt. It's basically all white all over except for that. So I don't know if I'd call it positional print. I don't know, but it's definitely waddle cut. So that's something to consider. It's kind of interesting. It's more babyish, and I don't know, sometimes I just kind of want a diaper with a print on the landing strip or maybe on the wings just a little bit, and then the rest of it just to be white, because then you actually feel like you're wearing a diaper. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I definitely like this print. It's really kind of cute. So without further ado, we're going to get on to the second one. Whee! So, The second print here is green, and you can see, it's got kind of the minty in the background, and you can see their little shadow, and they're kind of grass green. I think that's just me. And they're kind of sneaking up to get ya. That's kind of what they're doing, and so that's kind of interesting. They got their little brown cape on, and I think I don't know exactly what to call these. I'm just going to call them plunger arrows because they kind of remind me of a toilet plunger. But then again, I'm not experienced with the bathroom too much, so whatever. Obviously, I'm reviewing these, so this is what's on the wing, and you can kind of see it extend, so that way you can kind of see what's going on there. Yes, I did fold them this way just for the time being because the wings are really confusing for a puppy, and I've done more bloopers than you want to know about. But in any case, though, these have 7,500 milliliters capacity, so they're a good capacity diaper. And again, they got the waddle cut, and they are kind of thick. And they're definitely crinkly, so you're going to know that you're wearing a diaper. If you put one of these on, you're going to waddle a little bit, and it's thick, and it's noisy, but it's definitely a good and a cute diaper for littles for sure. So without further ado, I'm going to set this one down. I'm going to get on to the third print. You've been abused enough. So the next one, third time's the charm, literally, because it's blue. So, sorry about your ears, but maybe this guy can help repair your ears. I don't know, maybe they can. Because they got a spell book. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you just because it's cool. They got a little red spell book. You can see it on the wing there. And so what's going on other than the spell book is basically it's got the blue in the background. It's like kind of like the lighter blue. It's kind of maybe sky blue sort of, and then you have the character, and they're like a cobalty kind of color. And they got a purple jacket and a purple shirt and a little red bow tie thing going on, and they kind of have their staff there with a jewel in it that's purple. It's kind of matching their outfit there. And then they got this little, thing that they're kind of holding. They got like the crystal ball thing going too. And behind them, as you see, kind of they're like, let me tell you your future. So, I don't know. This one's kind of cool. I definitely kind of like this print. This one might be my favorite of the bunch just because, and I'm not biased. I don't care. So yeah, this diaper does come in a few different sizes though. It comes in the standard Tykables sizes. Medium is 28 to 36, and large, which I wear, is 36 to 48, and an extra large is 48 to 56 inches. So you definitely have a variety to choose from. But yeah, so that's all for this one. Let's see what else we got. So the fourth print is a real punch. It really packs out punch. So it's blue again, kind of in the background there. But then he's kind of gray or silver, not exactly sure which. But wearing the kind of white karate suit, and got a black belt, so you don't want to mess with him. And then they've got the pow in the background, like sort of like you would see in the comic books or in the old cartoons. And so that's kind of cool. They're kind of doing the kicking position. And then as you pull the wing out, you can kind of see what's going on. There's the star there. That star is kind of orange. So it's like, I guess you're seeing stars because you done had it. So that's just really kind of cool. I think this one's kind of cute. That's kind of interesting. So, you think you can kick my butt? Well, good luck. It's already padded. So I've got some poopy padding to protect my butt. So go ahead. But yeah, I definitely think this is cute. These diapers do have good standing leg guards, and they do have the standard Toddler Tough plastic. And I forgot to mention the hook and loop tapes on these. These are plastic back diaper, but the hook and loop tapes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's what the tapes are for, are obviously readjustable because like a lot of Tykables products, pretty much all theirs nowadays, you have basically it's the Velcro, it's the hook and loop, so you can readjust and get them just right in there. So that's actually really kind of cool. I like that print. Pow! So all right, let's see if we got any prints left. So the final and fifth print right here is yellow. So, yeah, it's kind of got like a real kind of pale yellow in the background. And you kind of got like them. They're a little more regular yellow, I guess you'd say. Kind of, yeah. They got a blue cape, and they've got their they got the crown. And you got the crown in the picture there, and you got basically, the sort of, it looks like maybe a hammer. I'm not sure. Maybe that's like some sort of interesting. That's kind of interesting to me. But what you do have here is basically a wand, and then you have the wand and the stars. So you have the one with the blue, and then you have the stars. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool end to it. So you have blue on the last one. And so there's blue on 3 out of 5 of these. So obviously I'm going to kind of like it. But yeah, I think that, yeah, that's all the prints. So without further ado, I'm going to do what I always do and give my review straight to you. So overall, what is my review of the Tykables-Camelot version 2? Well, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5. I love the absorbency. I love the, it's got good absorbency. I like the print. I will admit, like, no offense to Tykables, but lately some of the prints have been a little busy. I think is a good way to put it. And I think some of you out there might agree. But some of the prints are a little busy, and sometimes if I just want to look down and be like, this actually looks like a diaper. This actually looks like something that a little would wear. This doesn't look like some sort of hybrid of, like some of them actually look like really fancy made onesies that are just the bottom half. It's like, what is this? But these are really cute, and I do like them. And I like the print. I kind of like the gaming thing. I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of D&D. Kind of reminds me a little bit of just game night, that sort of stuff. And and medieval stuff, and I kind of like that. It's pretty cool. And so, again, I do like them. So, if you want to get some for yourself, then you definitely can. And they can be found on Tykables' website. And you can basically get usually a sample for like $6, and you could get a pack of 10 for roughly $45. You can get a half case, which is 40 diapers, and that's going to be about $120. Or you can get a full case, and that's going to be 80 diapers, and that's going to be about $230. To keep in mind, that's at the time of this video. I don't really know what prices are going to be tomorrow, next week, or next year. I can only tell you what they're going to be when this video pops onto the YouTubies. So, yeah, if you like them, definitely check them out. And again, sorry I couldn't tell you what the characters' names actually were specifically. I was just able to give them to you at the beginning of the video. So feel free to look into that if you can find that. But yeah, I hope that you like this diaper and maybe get some for yourself. And that concludes today's No BS Diaper Review episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it makes our plushies happy. So until next time, from this crinkly canine to all of you in the No BS crew, stay possum, love life, and play nice. Bye-bye!